Hello, here are the main stories in London. 3 men have been arrested at addresses across London as part of a major investigation by the Metropolitan Police's Counter-Terrorism Command. 2 of the men were arrested at separate addresses in northwest London, and 1 man was arrested at an address in West London. The Met says warrants of further detention have been obtained for all 3 men, who are Iranian nationals, meaning they can be held in custody until next Saturday. Police say this investigation is not connected to the arrest of 5 people yesterday as part of a separate Met counter-terrorism operation. The Met Police have asked the public to take a careful look at this CCTV image. It is of a man they want to speak to following a suspected sexual assault on Dame Street in Islington on Friday the 28th of March. They have asked people not to approach him. Londoners are being encouraged to share their experiences of policing in the capital. Sace Holmes-Lewis, a member of the London Policing Board, runs a youth organisation in Southwark. He wants more Londoners to have their say in holding the Met to account.
We're not going to change it, in 6 months, 12 months, but it's about the dialogue and it's about the actions. We implore Londoners to get closer to the London Policing Board, follow people that are on the board through social media, but also you can turn up to the board meetings.
The double amputee Tony Hodgell had a dream come true this weekend as he became a mascot for his beloved Chelsea. Tony had both legs amputated after being abused as a baby by his birth parents. The 10-year-old walked out at Stamford Bridge on his new prosthetic legs as the Blues took on Liverpool. And finally, thousands of people have been lining the Mall at Buckingham Palace today to mark the 80th anniversary of victory in Europe. Crowds gathered to watch a grand military procession and a Red Arrows fly past. Meanwhile, in pockets of the capital, communities have been out in force, having their own street parties and celebrations. Anna Geary has more on the festivities that took place across the capital.
The Red Arrows trail a cloud of colour over the capital. It's the first of 4 days of commemorations marking the 80th anniversary of the end of the Second World War in Europe.
Hostilities will end. Today is Victory in Europe Day.
8 decades on, and thousands of spectators watch a show of military pageantry. A procession of 1,300 armed forces, uniformed services and young people marching from Whitehall to Buckingham Palace.
Marching, I love the marching. My dad was in the RAF and that's what I was used to,
These soldiers died for us, that's why we're here.
A lot of people died so that we can live how we live today.
Elsewhere across the capital, the bunting stayed up in spite of strong winds. This street in Wanstead in East London has been hosting get-togethers since 1981.
Community, it's all about community and just keeping that sort of family spirit on the whole street alive. We live on the longest road in this area, and so having everyone from number 1 to number 120 is really, really important to get to know one another a little bit more.
The younger residents also got to learn more about the war from their neighbours, just about old enough to recollect early memories.
At the end of the war, I was only 4 and a bit years old, but I do remember when the doodle bugs came over and the air raid warning. My mum, she would give me a little tot of whiskey and some warm milk, and I'd never heard a bomb drop because, of course, the whiskey sent me straight off to sleep, and it probably explains why I don't like whiskey today.
More tea parties and British pomp and pageantry continues this week to show the last generation of World War II veterans as they get older how grateful we are for their sacrifice and our freedom. Anna Geary, ITV News.
Time for the weather now. Here's Chris with the forecast.
Come rain or shine, Octopus Energy sponsors ITV London weekday weather.
Hello there. Very good evening to you. Well, today, yes, there's been a few showers across the capital, but as we work our way through the rest of the week ahead, and if you've got any further VE Day celebrations, they'll be mostly dry for many of us, holding on to some bright and sunny skies at times, but also turning a smidge warmer as we work towards the end of the week and into next weekend. That's thanks to this area of high pressure, which is keeping us fairly calm and quiet weather at the moment. It has been the main focus for some of those showers feeding in off the North Sea and through the likes of the Thames Estuary through this afternoon. But for many of us over this week, with the high pressure in place, it stays dry and we see those winds turning a little bit lighter for all of us as well. So out there at the moment, lighter winds as we move through this evening and overnight. Clear skies for many. The further west you are overnight tonight could turn fairly chilly. Likes the home counties could drop into low single figures by dawn first thing tomorrow morning. But it does mean that despite there being a chill in the air, there will be some welcome sunshine from the word go. The cloud will tend to build and come and go as we work our way through the day, possibly cloudier skies into the afternoon, but with lighter winds tomorrow, it's actually going to be a little bit warmer, highs up to around 17 or 18 Celsius, which is 64 in Fahrenheit. Now, the area of high pressure is still there as you go through Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, which just allows our temperatures day on day to gradually rise that little bit more. There will be a little bit of cloud at times, and where that cloud is thick enough, there could also be some outbreaks of light rain and drizzle, more so I think on Thursday. But otherwise, bright spells of sunshine turning warmer by the weekend, not only by day, but also by night. Take care.
Octopus Energy sponsors ITV London weekday weather.
And that is all from us for now. We'll be back tomorrow with updates in Good Morning Britain. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening. Goodbye.